Welcome to Thank God You're Not My Child. Remember, it's a comedy podcast because you never know what's going to come out of my mouth. And we don't judge. So let's get started. I'm going to hit hard. I'm going to hit hard this week. Some of you guys are going to be really pissed. And I guess this is kind of a big soapbox for me, as we call it, a shit soap box, because it's just my box. So we're going to talk about Christmas presents. Yes, Christmas is this coming weekend. Or maybe it's next Monday. I think it's next Monday. Yeah, that's it. But it's coming up. Now, let's talk about those Christmas presents. Okay? We're going to do it. We're going to dig in. Because I have seen so many presents bought over the years. And as a little child, you know what I remember? I'm 54. And the only present I really, really remember was I was maybe 5. That's what I'm thinking, 5. And I got this, like, Holly Hobby. You remember Holly Hobby? She had like a little dollhouse. And it was all like fancy cardboard with pictures on it. And she had a few furnitures and stuff. And I remember I got that, and my older sister got one too. I remember those. But I'm going to tell you, that might be the only present I can remember out of all of those years of my parents buying and struggling and saving to buy Christmas. So let's start from there. How old is your child? There's a good one. How old is your child? Because if your child is 1, they are not going to remember what you get them. In fact, if you want to buy something and have them open it, first of all, they're going to like the box. Do you need a second car seat? That's a great one, because not only does that come in a box that your child's going to climb into and play for the next week, you might not have to remove the car seats from car to car. Now, who's that a present for? Kid gets the box, you get the car seat, the extra car seat. Okay? That I remember when my kids were young. I remember that. I remember them playing with those big boxes forever and coloring on them and just destroying them after about a week. But they had more fun with that than anything that was in the box. So remember, if you have a young child, think about that. 1, maybe even 2. They're only going to play with 1 or 2 toys. I mean, really, why do we feel we need to buy our kids 18 million toys for Christmas? Because, I celebrate Christmas because I celebrate the birth of Jesus. Everybody can celebrate the way they want. This is mine, remember? Thank God You're Not My Child podcast. That's mine. And my whole belief is Jesus was perfect. He was the only person to walk on this earth perfect. And he got 3 gifts when he was born. 3. 1, 2, 3. So what makes our kids better than Jesus? Okay, you can ha-ha that, but that makes really good sense. So yeah, the first few years that my kids had Christmas, it was like bye, to the point to where, oh my gosh, we have bills. Can we still pay our bills? But later in years, we realized that we really thought about what we were going to get them. Now, here's the thing. I guess I need to ask them, do they remember any gifts they were given over Christmas? Because that right there means a lot. So, yes. So, remember, 3 gifts is a good thing for your child. It was good for Jesus. So, yeah. So, we're just going to stop there with that, no matter how you celebrate Christmas or why you do. Because Christmas has been very, very commercialized. And it really feels like parents are like trying to outdo other parents. And that's fucked. If you're trying to outdo another parent, you're fucked. You need to go look in your own head for why you're doing this. Why you think buying your kids all these presents more than maybe someone else next door, down the street, or at church. And why that is so important. You might need to hit your knees and realize your way of thinking is fucked. Okay, we're going to just skip from that one. So, if you have an ungrateful child that opens a present, and you've seen those videos, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is what I got. Oh, this is what I wanted. First of all, I'd be taking that present back. I'm not sure they would keep it. I mean, I'm just not sure. I remember when my sister was like 15, my little sister, she was very ungrateful for the one she got. And I witnessed that. And I witnessed my mom taking it from her saying, well, looks like I got a new gift. And you know what? I don't remember if she got the gift back or not. I don't really remember. But I remember, oh my gosh, how dare you? I didn't want this. But so, yeah. So if you have an ungrateful child, you have some work to do. You know, kids are kids. And, you know, I'm not going to talk bad about the kid because, you know, all kids are different. But if you have a child that's ungrateful for a gift you got them, you have work to do. You have the work to do as parenting that child. And, you know, I'm just going to say it. It's going to be a hard work to do, but you have work to do. So, yeah. So let's just get that straight. So, but just think about what gifts do you remember when you were young? That's what I want everybody to do. And all of those DMs that I get, that would be a really good to let me know. Oh, I remember this gift when I was 6. I remember this gift when I was like 10. I'd like to know them. So remember, Facebook page, Thank God You're Not My Child. And Instagram is Just BK Donna. And yeah, Thank God You're Not My Child. I'd like to have those DMs to see what gifts you remember. So now we're going to go to stockings. What should Santa bring your child? This is a huge thing because some people don't do Santa, some people do Santa, and to each his own. Do you, you know? But here's the deal. I don't think Santa should get the big glory for the big gifts. It's Santa. Even if you believe he's real, it's still Santa. He doesn't live in your house. So if you're going to buy this, I don't know, PS5 or a brand new, I don't know, huge bicycle or something, you get the glory, baby. You get the glory. You know what? Don't let Santa have that glory of that big toy. I mean, oh, Mom and Dad only bought me a little fast gift, but Santa gave me this. Okay. Let's just think about that. I want the glory if I'm working hard to save the money to buy the big gift. I want that glory. I mean, should Santa get it? You know, and that's I know that's not what gift giving is about, but I want my kid to go, my mom and dad got me, not Santa got me. So you know what? Let Santa bring those little, let me see, Tinker toys, the stuffed animals, the necklace making kits, and that kind of stuff. And these stockings should not have iPhones in them. Stockings should not have that kind of stuff in them. Stockings, when I grew up, should have an orange. One orange. One apple. Handful of nuts that I couldn't even crack. We actually had a nutcracker where we had to crack them. Socks, maybe. Socks is a really good one. And let's just say a toothbrush, because who doesn't need a new toothbrush? Underwear. Ooh, underclothes. Underclothes is good. Maybe a candy bar. But that's what stockings are for. You know? I'm just saying it. That's what they're for. They are not for iPhones. You know? First of all, remember, you're the parent. If you buy an iPhone for your child, they should say, my mom and dad bought an iPhone, not Santa. Okay? So I'm not anti-Santa. I'm not anti-Santa. I love the big old jolly guy. I love him. I always gave gifts from stocking gifts and stuff to my kids for Santa. I'm not sure why my daughter decided to not do Santa in her house. She must have had something that really upset her about something. So maybe I accidentally gave her a really good gift from Santa, and she thought, my Santa ain't doing that. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Vern? So, yeah. So my granddaughter is 6, and she knows that secret about Santa. You know that secret about Santa there is? That all parents know? She knows, and she's 6. It just kind of took the magic out for me. But, you know, it's not my child. My child, is grown. She's a grown-ass adult. She just turned 31, and she can do whatever she wants with her kids. She has 2 great kids. She's doing everything great. And just because she did something different than I did, why worry about it? You know? I'm just saying, why worry about it? So, I do buy my grandkids gifts, but they get I picked one thing for each of them, and then in the box sent them like a little Santa cup that, those dollar ones from Walmart that will last as long as the straw lasts. One of them each that, and some candy. And sent them a card, and I did send them slip in $10 each in the card so they could spend by themselves. But that was it, and that's all they get from Gigi. Because my daughter will buy them gifts, and they have me and my fiance, future husband. They have us, and then they have my ex, and he just got married in October. They're going to buy a gift too. Then she has another set of grandparents from my son-in-law. She actually has 2 sets of grandparents from my son-in-law because they're divorced. So she has 4 sets of grandparents and her mom and dad buying gifts. That's a lot of gifts just from the grandparents. Just if we bought one gift, that's 4 gifts just from the grandparents. And that's a good Christmas right there. And then mom and dad, I know they're hooking them up too, so that's pretty good Christmas, So yeah, so I wish I could be with them. I live 6 hours from them now, and then my son lives way, like, maybe 10 hours. Whew. I may have to go see him this summer. I don't get to see him often. But, so remember, whenever you're buying the stuff, you take the glory, not Santa. Okay. Was that might have been a Christmas shit soapbox. Christmas shit soapbox. That's what it was. Now remember, this is just what I believe. This is my thoughts. So don't come messing with me. Even if you don't agree, we can have different opinions. Still love you. All right, so one of the gifts I wanted to talk about that my fiance, Evan, and I got his parents they're 84 years old. And, 84 is pretty old. They're very healthy, living life good, but they live right next to us here on the mountain, here in Oklahoma. And we bought them tickets to go see Johnny Mathis. And, his mom, it was so stinking cute. She was like, do you have any hair gel? I need to make sure my hair is done. And her daughter lives in Alaska and sent her this cutest outfit. She was so excited she was going to get to go see Johnny Mathis. I can't tell you how happy our hearts were to see them so excited. But at 84, I wasn't sure I wanted them to drive 2.5 hours and stay at this hotel and get to this big place for a concert. And so we decided we'd get a hotel room and we'd go with them. We're not going to go to the concert because those were expensive tickets, and I don't really care to see Johnny Mathis. I don't mean to be mean. Just didn't care to see Johnny Mathis. Now, Kevin Hart's going to be there next June. Now we talking. I just got to decide if I have $200 to go see Kevin Hart. Holy cow. And that's just my ticket. Not if Evan went with me. That's $400 to go see Kevin Hart. If anyone knows Kevin Hart, you can always ask him to just bring this little podcaster in to see it free. Because holy cow, $400 to go see. Woo! Okay, anyway. So we go to the hotel. We have a nice day. We take them over to the auditorium where it sits like 6,000. So it's a pretty big place. Big people. Kevin Hart's there. Tim McGuire plays there. It's a big place. And yes, I did make a video. You can go look it. It's on Thank God You're Not My Child, the Facebook page. But I did embarrass them. Make good choices. Don't drink too much and all of that. And of course, then we left and we told them where to meet us. And it's still either 84. I think this is the same feeling you would have if you were dropping your 15-year-old out of a concert, because, I had to go get me a drink and play some games because we didn't want to be that far from them whenever it was over. So, we went to the casino and did come out 150 ahead. That doesn't happen, but hey, it happened. So yeah, so those gifts that you give that make people so happy, that's the most fun gifts to give. So if you're giving a gift to somebody, think about that person and what they truly would like. Because when you hit that right gift, oh, it's so sweet. And they had a great time. They loved it. We still talk about it. Now, my future father-in-law couldn't hear too well, but he said the music, what he could hear, it was great, and he had a great time seeing him, and glad that somebody older than them was still working like that. It was all around great night. So when you're giving gifts, if you can give the one that really hits the heart, that's the way to do, right there. I just wanted to share this, and because it was sweet, and that's what we give gifts for, is so we can make the people happy too. So yeah, so remember, think about those gifts before you give them. What kind of gift do you want to give? You know what I mean? So anyway, I've already told you much more than I know. I've already told you more than I know. So until next time, thank God you're not my child.